guys, welcome back to Pikastash's The Royal Trap playthrough. So, last time we finally got Dolores into our room, and we're currently questioning her, but basically that's all that happened. Not really that amazing fun, but whatevs. So, call it a reward the new job. No more fetch and carry. All I have to do is to keep an eye on the bad seed son. That was it. No mention if he knew what really happened, except... At the same time, it sounded like he was saying more than he was saying, you know. Like you like to do, Lord Silk. I did say you could use my name. Ah, yes, Nazagi, right. She's blushing! Is she just feeling awkward, or could it be that she finds Prince Nazagi attractive? Ew, scandalous! Whatever the case, he can't see it. It sounded like underneath he was warning me that I better keep my head down and nose clean. But he wouldn't come out and say what or why or how. If I could tell, I knew that a mistake meant I could lose this position. I'd tell him what he could do with his son and his offers. A solid roof isn't worth this mess anymore. I want out. But I want out with my head on my shoulders, you know, not risking it. Of course, you seek the best outcome, anyone would. Who had the mind for it? Ugh. Man, I keep, speaking in, I can't read. Okay, whatever. Right. So are you going to help me? I would like to help you. Talent should never be wasted. But if that is all you know, if that is all that you know, there's so many questions to be answered. Why does King Pedric himself choose to give you a reward and a warning for involvement in such questionable activity? I told you I don't know. But if I were you, I would be quite curious to find that out. I can't imagine you feel otherwise. Could be. As it happens, you have another source of information available to you, your new master. Him? How are you and Prince Callum getting along? What's it to you? You shouldn't even be here. They said you were locked up and never coming back. And then they said you spewed your guts from one end of the palace to the other. And now you want me to clean up your puddles? I'll rub your nose in it first. As I said, she is unimportant. She serves as an excuse I needed to request your company. I have no intention of forcing you to serve her. Well, good. What of Prince Callum? He sent you here thinking that I would put you to work. Does he ordinarily give you such tasks? Not really. He keeps me spinning in circles. He wants me out of his way, doesn't want me out of his sight. Doesn't even bother to curse me. Just stares like he's to watch me burn. Interesting. Do you know what he was told about your elevation? You think he talks to me? Perhaps not. But neither has he harmed you, correct? Right? That would seem to be something of a change for earlier events. She rubs her neck in reticence, moved by the gesture. I touch my own throat. Nazagi grabbed hold of me without much of by your leave, forced me to accept his touch and his plans. He cannot be trusted. He will act in his own best interests, swiftly and without warning, if he feels it is necessary. And yet, he did have a plan. His intent was not to harm. I have no doubt he could have rendered me unconscious, either by Callum's brutal methods or through the use of pressure point technique. He chose only to silence me, the minimum force required for his goal. Even before, when we surprised each other in the rooms, he struck my arms only to disable a potential dangerous intruder. As soon as he acknowledged that I was not a threat to him, he released me undamaged. This man's entire demeanor is that of a cold and callous manipulator, a prince of ice. His reputation sends trained soldiers fleeing in terror. Yet I cannot help but feel I am safer at his side than Dolores is in the company of Prince Callum. Safety is not affection. I'm not fond of Prince Nazagi. I could not say that we are friends. As he said, that requires a good deal more than a smile and some idle chatter. But as I said, it is a decent beginning. In your judgment, has he been forbidden? Never hit with the sun. Not like the sun. Like what? What happened to her? Threatened me plenty over his precious sister, until something went down there. Now he just stares, doesn't talk. He knows something, I guess, but what it is, I've no clue. Well then, that should be your next venue of exploration, don't you think? If you find out what instructions he was given and share them with me, why should I? So far, all I've done the talking. What am I getting? You haven't promised me anything. I have no wish to keep you foolish promises I cannot keep. I'm a foreigner in this land. My powers to influence the king are limited. Should the truth of the matter is currently hidden unfold, I imagine it, I will offer you a king's ransom. As long as you're enfolded in my scheme, it is in my best interest to see you rewarded as you deserve. If I should betray you, you would be able to do the same to me. That's not good enough. I want something now. Some proof that you aren't playing me. Some payment. Balancing hold is wise. What would you suggest? Could you brew me a potion enough that might kill a man in one night? That... What sort of person asks that? I could. His face shows no expression, as if her request were perfectly normal. But I will not. Quietly, I let out my breath. It is not my interest to lose control of my own weapons. Well, that makes sense. Something valuable then, not coins. Something I can carry. Jewelry. She made a grab for Oscar's token, too. She must have a weakness for jewels. As it happens, it is not the custom in Aztec teeth to adorn our bodies with precious stones. I own little that you might consider to be jewelry. You're a prince, you must have valuable stuff. Different eyes perceive different value. Perhaps I have something that might interest you. He places a shallow drawer on the top table, and both Dolores and I lean closer to look inside. There are loose beads, bits of ribbon, and a number of objects carved out of wood or bone. The carving tends to be rounded and small enough to fit in the palm of the hand. Some depict animals or people, but I cannot tell what most of them are meant to represent. Along with these, there are numbers of objects that look like short, smooth sticks covered and polished in high shine. Some have beads or crystals at the end. Others are decorated with shapes of flowers or birds in flight, pressed in gold. If not for these patterns, I would have suspected them to be alchemists' wands. The eye-catching shine of gold against a glossy surface suggests they are ornamental. Nazagi's hand hovers between a black stick patterned with falling leaves and an ivory ball, carved in the shape of a dog. To my eye, both items seemed exotic, but I could not guess what either might be worth. Which would Dolores prefer? A carving of something even when she should be able to recognize as an object of art, or the stick's purposes are mysterious, but could perhaps take him for a lover's token. He reaches for the carving. Nah, so let him change his mind. I think the other one looks cooler. I set my glass down hard. Without missing a beat, Nazagi changes direction and picks up the stick. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation. Thanks, I guess. Now that she's claimed her prize, Dolores seems ill at ease. Was there something else you wanted? Tell me about yourself. Me? You are worthy of interest, don't you think? Where do you come from? You know what my name means. Don't they have orphans in your country? Your parents died then. I suppose, I don't know. Never did. The Warren mother said she found me in a blanket too young to walk. If I had parents, they must have run too fast for her to catch them. The house doesn't take babies. But they took you. Like I said, guess they couldn't give me back. So it was me and the rats and dogs. Rats? Street rats. That's what I was. When I got older, there was never enough to go around. You take what you can, or you go hungry. It made you stronger. Yes. Doesn't matter now, I'm long gone. That it? As I understand it. There are an incident a few days ago involving an attempt to stage protest over certain rumors. A young woman who had been sent home. I want to say, okay. Would you happen to remember her name? I try not to remember all their names. It makes them itch. They think they're nothing to me. She was of nothing important, anyway. A little miss somewhere from a little house somewhere in Duke Farad's lands. One last matter of curiosity. Who sponsored you to palace service? Sponsored? I don't... Some steward came to the house looking for a charity case. They picked me, that's all. I thought I was lucky. The Warren mother looked thrilled to see the back of me. They paid her, too. Have you enjoyed much contact with the royal family while you were in service? The king? Never saw him close before now. Why? Opportunities often arise when one is close to people in positions of power. I wasn't going to kill him if that's what you thought. Of course not. That would be unwise. Right. Look, there's something else you want me to do, just say it. At the moment, I'm most interested in discovering what instructions your new master was given regarding your welfare. With that information, I might be able to transfer you into a position that better suits your talents. Learn from Prince Callum what you can share with me. How am I supposed to do that? I believe you are more capable of finding a way. Ah, I see. Well, good day, Lord Prince Nazaki. She bobbed the little half-bound skittles out of the room. When she's gone, I let out a deep sigh. I'm sorry, there wasn't much help there. Apparently I'm the last person she wishes to speak to. Maybe I should have stayed in bed. Don't be a fool. He returns to the bedroom. He steps into the bedroom and returns with his spectacles. Oh my gosh, I love him when he wears glasses. Okay, sorry. I still need your eyes. What were your impressions? If she's a princess, it's not known to her. She was left at an orphanage in unusual circumstances, though not miraculous ones, and young enough for my theory. I don't see why a charity house would make a distinction between infants and children. Infants require a different level of care and feeding. They are also less likely to survive. Perfectly reasonable caregiver to specialize in one or the other. So her origin is slightly unusual, and then she was chosen, supposedly at random, for a palace position. But not given any special treatment by the king after that. Not until now. Yes, there's not enough information to draw conclusions. Did you notice anything else? I think she's attracted to you. I believe she finds you attractive, my lord. Oh. That's why I suggested you change your choice of gifts. A stick's a pretty trinket, more like a romantic gift. I trust your wisdom on this. It sounds promising. In any case, I doubt she will return until tomorrow. If your stomach is feeling more settled, I will request supper be delivered. Shouldn't you be eating with your peers? As you recall, I'm currently forbidden from leaving these rooms. I suspect you could get past that, especially with an escort and a formal event. Perhaps tomorrow. For now, to preserve my fiction, it's fair to suggest that you still require my constant attentions. Did he have to phrase it like that? Sounds... What? No, I don't understand how! Oh, why? Why is this... Okay, poop. He seems entirely unaware of the extra layers to his words. Perhaps he's simply too good at hiding his reactions. Our working relationship is tense enough as it is. I don't want to put either of us more on edge. I let it go. Man, that was awkward. I don't even see how that was... Okay, whatever. So I'm gonna end my walkthrough here. Give me a like, comment below, favorite if you want, subscribe, and thank you for watching!